All right, hello everybody, and welcome back. This is Thursday night, July 31st, 8 o'clock Central Time, and I'm going to change my little sign here to People in the Boxes. Episode 155 today. We're one episode shy of the 3-year mark of the show. So if you thought this show was important, if you think people should be able to have difficult conversations and just share their experiences, hit that like button, share this out with some friends. You might be catching the replay right now. If you do, let us know what you think in the comments. We'll get back with you and come back and check it out live sometime. We're going to play a little intro video to get those notifications out. If you could help us out with that, I do appreciate it. We'll be back in about 4 minutes, 20 seconds. Let's talk about it.
Voices echo through the walls so thin, trapped in squares where the stories begin. Whispers rise from the shadows deep, secrets these boxes swear to keep. People in the boxes, souls on display, talking through the silence, night into day. Bound by lines, yet the truth breaks free. People in the boxes calling to me. Cube holds a tale untold, hearts of fire, dreams so bold. Walls can't hold what the spirit sings, laughter and tears on fragile wings. People in the boxes, souls on display, talking through the silence, night into day. Bound by lines, yet the truth breaks free. People in the boxes calling to me. Cages or a stage to stand, a prison built by a human hand. Voices clash, then they blend as one. In the boxes, the journey's begun. People in the boxes, souls on display, talking through the silence, night into day. Bound by lines, yet the truth breaks free. People in the boxes calling to me. I hear their sound, lost and seeking yet profound. People in the boxes near and far, shining out like a guiding star. Voices echo through the walls so thin, trapped in squares where the stories begin. Whispers rise from the shadows deep, secrets these boxes swear to keep. People in the boxes, souls on display, talking through the silence, night into day. Bound by lines, yet the truth breaks free. People in the boxes calling to me. Every cube holds a tale untold, hearts of fire, dreams so bold. Walls can't hold what the spirit sings, laughter and tears on fragile wings. People in the boxes, souls on display, talking through the silence, night into day. Bound by lines, yet the truth breaks free. People in the boxes calling to me. Or a stage to stand, a prison built by a human hand. Voices clash, then they blend as one. In the boxes, the journey's begun. People in the boxes, souls on display, talking to the silence, night into day. Bound by lines, yet the truth breaks free. People in the boxes calling to me. Holds a tale untold, hearts of fire, dreams so bold. Walls can't hold what the spirit sings, laughter and tears on fragile wings. Every cage is or a stage to stand, a prison built by a human hand.
All right, we're back. We're back, guys. This is People in the Boxes, episode 155. I am your host, Waylon, the indoor farmer, and of course, we have our co-host Sprout. He's he's knocked out because he played with his sister all day. And then, of course, we have Kim with us in the house. And guys, we are looking for more people that want to join, that want to come up and talk on the panel. I mean, I don't know. There's so many people out there all over the interwebs that like to have their faces on the camera. Where are you? Come on by and come up and join the conversation. Share what you're thinking, what you've experienced on the topic, and then we can all get a little bit more perspective. So that's the idea. I'm going to go ahead and put the link out in the chat on Rumble, and probably I'll get Facebook as well. In case anybody comes in and wants to click that link. We just got booted. Well, this is shaping up to be a wonderful night already. We both just got booted at the same time, just by me posting a comment in the comments. So I don't know what's going on with Rumble, but hopefully we can have a show still. Let's go. But yeah, if you guys could help us out and like and share and all the good things, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try it again. Let's see what happens. It happened again. I can't comment. Is that what you're telling me, Rumble? The second I comment, it's gone.
What are you commenting?
I'm just trying to post the link. I'm trying to post the link. I'll come over here to Rumble itself. Let's see if I can post it in this chat. No, I see the link. Okay, it's on. It's there. I just can't see it back in the studio because they take away all the chat. Wow, that's gonna be fun trying to do anything in the chat today. And my thing won't stay up to block the light out of my eyes. Would be nice if it did. Maybe we can do like this. That might help. Let's see. Anyway, tonight's topic, if anyone is wondering, if you didn't look at the description, talk to Bean Dongo a little bit about what it means to indulge yourself still as an adult, even though you may have responsibilities. You may or may not feel fulfillment by going out and partying and doing those things. Having the Okay, that time I didn't do anything, so I don't know if we're going to be able to have a show today. Interesting, very interesting, Rumble. I feel like I can't say anything, or it's just going to. I don't even know what I was saying. I was getting into it. I was in the groove, too. I was in the groove, discovering things. We were about to learn something. I don't know. But yeah, and then boom, it's just going to cut us out again. So while you're here, guys, hit that like button just out of sympathy for little old us and the people in the boxes getting just hammered by internet glitches. I heard, is there like a solar flare going on? I don't know. That makes 4 or 5 times now. 4 or 5 times now. You're getting booted too, so it's not a problem on my end.
Yeah, might be
It's a server problem. Rumble's problem, not mine.
we're doing upgrades or something somewhere.
So I fucking hope so, because every night I have some glitch, one thing or another, and I bitch about it, but I also really appreciate like where they're going and what they do and what they talk about. But at the same time, it's like, can we get something to work? Now I will tell you, every site that I use, has some kind of glitches. Like I can't point to any social media or podcasting network that I've never had some kind of problem. So I can't. So I have to keep that in mind. I can't just. I'm not over here bitching at just Rumble for Rumble's sake. But right now, this minute, Rumble is causing lots of grief. Yesterday, I had this issue where they told me my email wasn't verified. I'm like, I've been on this for 4 years. Are you kidding me? And it just one thing after another. It's like, hopefully, you know what they should do? they should designate a day and say it's shut down today. And yeah, a lot of streamers would be upset, but it's like it's shut down for these hours overnight or whatever. They're slow hours, and they're going to do updates at that time. I think they just do updates randomly, and you just get caught up in it, and suddenly there's a glitch, and it's like, what's going
Well,
on?
they may have multiple servers because I know,
Well, that's probably the case.
and
Yeah,
so you can tell when they're like rolling. When Facebook, well, used to you could. I don't really pay attention to it now, but I used to game, and you could really tell it because it would fuck up your gaming performance. But
right. But not everybody. Like you'd have a friend that's like, oh, everything's fine for me on this
yeah,
side.
it was like roll. You could tell because it would start, and it was like a
Hmm.
wave.
Yep.
It was at different times of the day.
And they
So
weren't like trying to
throughout
tell
the
you
day,
about it
during
either.
a
Yeah,
couple
I
of
had that
days.
happen a lot. I used to play a lot of MMOs. When I was younger, I played World of Warcraft, Kim. It was a very important thing in my life at that time because I had nothing else. I had no vision for the future. And so indulgence, to get back to the topic here, was like all I had. But it also wasn't, and it wasn't just indulgence, it was an escape, right? Video gaming, alcohol, drugs, whatever it is, those are vices, but they're also escapes from, uh, you know, when you're depressed or you feel like you have nothing to look forward to in life, you will lean towards indulgences and vices. Now, I want to look into the difference between those things because we have kind of we've kind of skirted that topic before, but not specifically indulgences. And I always like to talk about what it means to uh, try to feel fulfilled in life or have meaning or feel and I think those go hand in hand. Like when you have meaning or when you not okay, maybe that's the wrong way to word it here. I'm thinking of when you have purpose in life, it will bring fulfillment. And a lot of people feel that after they have children or when they have, if they're like workaholics and they have like a business and they just kind of go, 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 go. Um, it feels fulfilling, even though it's work, even though it's hard, even though it's a struggle. I think a lot of people feel pretty empty from indulging all the time. You know, eating like for me, for instance, I can't seem to not have some kind of a sweet, some kind of sugar every day. I don't eat it all day. I really, have pushed a lot of that away, but I still will eat something every day. Now today, I guess I haven't. So that's not a bad thing. I did eat sweet and sour chicken, which you got that sweet and sour. There's a lot of sugar in there, I'm sure. I don't know, but I,
Probably.
I it's so hard for me to think about a day without sugar, and it's like that I know it's possible, but I also know there's a lot of food out there that is basically sugar without us, thinking of it as sugar, like such as bread or crackers or something. It's just sugar in a different form. So, I mean, maybe not. Yeah, there's other things in there. That's beside the
Well,
point.
it's a simple carb, and it does
Yeah,
the same thing that sugar does.
yeah. And so that is something that's like, well, if I go back to the carnivore diet, which I was going to do, I did it for a couple of days last week, and then I just couldn't do it any longer. I was like, the problem was I had food in the house already. And then I'm like, well, I don't want to waste it. So part of me's going, well, I can't just let it all go bad and stop eating it. Pardon me. But then it's like, well, I shouldn't buy it in the first place, and then I won't eat it. And I'm talking about, chips and crackers or cookies or all the little snacky things. And my son doesn't even eat that stuff. He'll eat cookies, obviously, but neither one of us need those. Crackers, it's like you could argue a lot of meals, go well with some crackers, like you got some soup or something. But at the same time, it's still unnecessary. I don't know.
I call it filler. Like I had this
Yeah,
friend that we would go out to eat, and he would. One of the traditional things to eat here is with Mexican food is to eat beans and rice with everything. And I've never cared for beans nor rice. They're just
no. Uh oh. I can't even comment on the like. Maybe I can. Let's see what happens if I comment on the live stream from my phone and see if that does it. If that boots us again. This is freaky and starting to piss me off. We can't get into a conversation if we're just gonna. I'm literally getting zero comments because they're there. They just every time we refresh the screen, they get booted. Uh,
yeah.
hi, hi. Let's see. So I can't comment at all on Rumble. That is the issue. I wonder if anyone else is having that problem. I don't know. There's nobody on either platform really except Kayla. I see Kayla. Hi, Kayla. Um, anyway, let's just have a conversation. I don't mind. It's like you and me meeting up once a week, and hell, we could just forget the live stream and just have video chat once a week. Hey, how are you doing this week, Kim? Oh, good. Okay, me too. Um, yeah, I don't know. If Rumble, I mean, we got 14 people here. I appreciate you guys all coming in. If you want to help us out with those algorithms and buttons and such, I appreciate it. It looks like tonight's going to be kind of a crapshoot of a conversation with these glitches. So, but um, we can still talk about it because I think it's important. It's important because a lot of people today are highly depressed, and this damn green thing is making me depressed. They're highly depressed because they have no there's no purpose or there's no goal in life. They have no aim. They're floating around like a leaf in the wind. And I know that from my family alone, and family and friends and people we know on Facebook, and just that alone is enough to kind of see a pattern with all of the. Let's see if I can turn the fan down a little bit. Maybe that'll help not pull it down every time. Sheesh. Um, anyway, you see a pattern, not just young people, but adults too, where they go to work, they go home, they go back to work. Like they maybe get their next six pack, or they have their little indulgences, their vices, and then they just keep moving, and then you end up having oh, I see a foot. Oh, I see another foot right in the camera. Oh gosh, holy cow! You're gonna get that? Grade that Parmesan cheese off of those things? No, I'm kidding. I didn't see anything really. It was fuzzy. Um, yeah, someone said that the other day, and they were like, "Yeah, I got my feet done," and they were using that thing to grade the Parmesan off. I was like, "Whoa, holy shit, that's a little bit much."
That's gross.
Anyway, that could be looked at as an indulgence. I forgot what I was saying right before this, but oh, there it is. I see it. Whoop. All five of all 10 of them. Well, the indulgence of like,
Of them, I don't have no 10 on that one foot.
well, I saw 2 feet earlier. Anyway, tonight's a foot night, guys. Where's all the feet guys out there? I can't comment on Rumble. Yeah, me neither. Yep, me neither. You guys are all coming in on the Facebook now. I see. I can't comment on Rumble. I keep getting booted out. Kim and I have been booted out like 8 times now. Hi Kelly. Hi Elisa. Oh, I didn't get booted, but my camera shut off on me, so I'm still here. Hang on. Hold on. Everyone hold the phone. Geez, it's going to be just like a hell of an episode today. Maybe we should talk about glitches. Oh, deactivate, activate. That's what I got to do. Sheesh. Bean, actually, you know what? I can go over to Facebook and put the link in the chat over on Facebook. Well, Bean and Lisa, you both have the link already, so I'm not trying to give it to you guys. But anyone else that wants to come up, actually participate, come on up. Okay, so for the time being, we're still here, and it's just me and Kim. So I appreciate everyone else out there. If you want to hit in the comments, maybe if you don't want to be on screen, tell us what you think. Tell us what it means to you to be fulfilled. What does it mean to you to have like purpose in life? You know, like what's the purpose do you think of life? Now, for in my perspective, like you can take a really sort of bland perspective, and it's like procreation and um, you know I always say the struggle is the purpose. You know, Kim, you like a seed. You put a seed, you get a seed to sprout under the soil. It has to struggle its way up through the soil into the sunlight, and then the wind and the environment is whipping it and beating it up, and insects will come and eat it. And the entire lifespan of that plant is spent struggling. And that is that's the same thing as us. Like all life, it basically is a struggle, and that is kind of the point, almost, I think. And that's just kind of one perspective I've had for a long time. It's like that is the point, is to have meaningful struggle where you struggle and grow, struggle and grow. That's what happens to a tree. It gets blown in the wind, and then the um, stem or the stalk gets thicker and becomes stronger, and you know that's because of the struggle, not because it was left alone and nobody touched it. And anyway, so that's why you can see differences in plants, like say cannabis, indoors and outdoors. You see a big difference. Indoors you're basically propping the thing up the whole time. Outdoors, the wind gets to it, and they're much stronger plants that can really hold up on their own, at least until late flower time, when they got those fat buds on there. But I believe that we all have testimony. We got to. I'll come up after my son lays down. Okay, send me the link in a message. I can do that. Let's see. Let me find Bean here. And Elisa says, yeah, I believe that we all have a testimony, and we all got a lot, and it ain't always beautiful. We all got a lot. Hey, what's up, Jeff? So I take it you mean by that, Elisa, that like we all have a lot of problems, or not problems, but we all have our own struggle, I guess, and it's not always beautiful. Yeah, I get it. I mean, I totally agree. Like, not every person that you look at is going to be something that you would like to be. And so that's why we have this thing called envy, and we look up to people who are, maybe rich and powerful, or celebrities. And not everyone. I'm just saying, like, this sort of generality of society, where we look up to those that seem to have everything. And the truth is, not everyone on the planet can have everything. You just can't do that. It just isn't possible to. Not everyone could be beautiful. Otherwise, beauty wouldn't exist. We've talked about that a few times too. It's like if every person was rich, there wouldn't be a word for it. Wouldn't be. You wouldn't call it rich. Call it normal, right? So anyway, it's just one perspective. Many ups and downs. Life has many ups and downs. Yeah, that's right. Highs and lows. But here's something that here's a turn of phrase that I remember from a long time ago. It let me remember how it goes. Regression to the means. Regression to the means. Have you ever heard about that, Kim?
Yeah.
Regression to the means. Basically, what it means is that every person has a sort of middle ground in your life. You got highs and lows, like Elisa May just said, and there is a middle, and they call that the means, or the mean. Mean means like middle. I think, yeah, is it Latin? I don't know. But that just basically, and there's other ways of saying it. The rubber band effect. People used to say if you have 3 good things happen to you, then something bad's going to happen to you. Have you ever heard that, Kim?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're all basically saying the same thing, and that is your life will have a roller coaster like effect, up and down like a wave, and you
Peaks and
always have a
valleys.
middle ground that you kind of get back to. What's that?
Peaks and valleys.
Right. But the issue here is that everybody's middle ground that they typically, like, if you look at their whole life, there's like a straight line that you would see. Like if you zoom out enough, you're not going to see the peaks and valleys. You're going to see a straight line, right? And that is exactly what people will look at to say, well, that's your middle ground, or that's your uh, general, like, state of relaxation, or not, or there's another term for it, like where you're not in flux, I guess. Uh-oh, am I about to get booted too? I'm still here. Did you just shut your camera off maybe? No. She's back. Okay, I didn't get booted that time. I don't even know if I'm actually here right now. Am I actually? Can you hear me? I didn't
Yes.
get booted that time, so I'm expecting it any second now. Oh, Kim got booted again. Chris, what's up, Chris? Not everybody can comment on the Rumble, so guys, I'm gonna have to. If we do the door prize tonight, we'll just go with Facebook. I know all of the people that comment on Rumble also have Facebook, so um, are any of us really here? Well, I don't know, Chris. I don't know if I'm here tonight because I just came to locals. Yeah, I'm not. Oh, you're on locals now. Okay. Yeah, locals might be a better way to comment. But you will still get. I'm still gonna get everybody from locals, Rumble. If you guys go to YouTube, if you go to not Rumble, I can't get you from Rumble, guys. I'm sorry. Locals, Facebook, YouTube, and I'll get people from X later on. If you guys are interested in the door prize, no big deal. Especially for people out there who are not subscribed, you get in on the door prize. You get a free pass into the game night. Um, Remember, I do need to talk about that, but at some point, this coming game night is going to be when the big change happens. There's going to be 2 separate wheels of prizes: one for pro members, one for basic members. $25 and more is going to go on the pro wheel. $25 or less than 25 goes on the intro wheel. Anyway, that's happening this Sunday, so don't forget. All right, Kim, I don't know. It looks like it doesn't like you now. I wonder if it seems like they're tweaking it, Eh? What the fuck, Rumble? I'm glad I'm not making a bunch of money right now. I'm glad there's no like major sponsor expecting me to read an ad or something. Holy crap. Wow. I think it's time for a dab. What do you guys think? Yeah, I'm gonna say fuck this episode. I'm gonna expect it to keep doing that. And I'm gonna say forget. I don't know, guys. I have no idea. This is stupid. And now I'm just gonna get stoned and indulge myself while we sit here through this mess. Man, that's like 20 times that we've been booted. I'm afraid to do anything right now. Wow. I might not even be able to do the door prize later on. I mean, I guess I can. I can't even get a sentence out. Should I start it over? Should I start the live over? I don't know. I don't know if that's going to help.
I don't think it has anything to do with that.
Maybe I can go look on X and see if, like, there's some kind of problem. Huh. See what I can find. Nope. Oh, no. Let me see if I can find the newest or latest. Here we go.
What's the latest what?
I'm just seeing, like, I know there'd be people out there bitching about it if it was happening to a bunch of people. Like, okay, no. 8 hours ago, no, no, no. That's really weird. I don't fucking know. It doesn't look like there's anyone else is having this problem, or at least not on X, but let me see if I can search about it.
Do you need to do an update on your computer?
No, that wouldn't affect you, and it certainly wouldn't affect everyone else in the comments who says they can't comment either. That's definitely not a me problem.
Mm, I don't know. Sometimes when
Is Rumble having, I don't know, problems, I guess?
well, Mercury is retrograde right now, so
Rumble down detector. Some users, let's see. User report indicated no current problems at Rumble. Interesting.
you better do a user report and report those motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's what it's giving me here. Something else. I have a problem with Rumble. No, something else. Website, search, server connection, I guess. Video streaming. There it is. Thanks for submitting your report. Okay. That was it. All right. Oh, that's it. That's not really. Well, I don't know if it goes to Rumble, but it's the Down Detector website. Leave the thing and come back, or it boots me. This is weird. It makes me want to try to start a new one. Well, I better start a new one, guys, because this is just gonna keep going. And if it happens with the new one, then I don't know what to say at that point. I guess I could use StreamYard as a backup, but I think Rumble itself is having problems. People aren't able to comment on the live stream. That's the website, not the studio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, Kim. I'm gonna make a new one, and I'll be right back, everybody. If you could, follow the channel out of pure pity. Pity me and subscribe.
Will that make a new link?
Yeah, there'll be a new link, and I'll put it in the PITB chat.
Okay.
All right, we'll be right back, guys. Sorry, and thank you.